largest population, youth, with all work, is in procreating and producing youth. We need ourselves, but to recreate the environment. So this becomes the Africa we want. We don't necessarily need to process this youth for export alone. We don't necessarily need to process this youth for export alone. I repeated that because if not taken in context, an aspect of current government policy appears to support that without a balance. But that's a conversation for another day. So, in terms of Edutech, the first thing we really need to understand is that a lot of conversations happened, and thankfully, there's nothing new I'm going to say here, because some of these things have been shared. They talked about teacher education. They talked about pedagogy. Pedagogy is the science or the art of teaching, methodology. It involves the learner, the teacher, the subject matter, the method. And they have said a lot here about teachers. And I can only add my voice that how many edutech solutions do we have today that focus on teachers? Not only focusing on teachers for their own knowledge, but building up their pedagogical skills, be able to become relevant in today's world. So I'll give you an example. One of the infamous things we are known for is BEC. Who taught them? Where did they go to school? In terms of scamming, in terms of hacking, who taught them? Which formal education? Which government program? Nobody. They had the natural inclination to learn online. So our ability, the ability of our youth, what is the pedagogy of how they are trained, how they are learning. So, first, we have to tell ourselves, these are where the problems are. We need to look at the methods of learning. We need to look at them against the realities of Africa. What are we trying to solve? We're trying to deal with things like sustainable agriculture. Why? Because we have to feed ourselves. We cannot be importing grains from Ukraine when we have arable land that surpasses anything anywhere else in the world. We have to manage our own resources. We have to manufacture our own drugs, because our disease burdens are embarrassing. The figures are embarrassing. Every day we are looking for aid. Our presidents go and beg for aid. Aid us here, aid us there. These are African problems. Why can't we trade with each other and exchange currencies across our borders? These are African solutions. Why can't we focus on it? Because we can manufacture those easily. Even when we talk about GMO and we are scared about that our native original seeds continue to persist. Everything I'm talking about is education. So, in the sense of how you develop solutions for education, look at what the vision and the direction is. Look at the solutions that drive, or the pain points that drive the solutions. I have a friend, he's here with us. He's looking at how to use technology to teach African children in diaspora their language, Igbo, Yoruba, Swahili, on very simple platforms that utilize gamification. What is gamification? The same games that you are always hooked up to. I have children your age. Gaming became a problem. Our main problem was it actually was addictive. Why aren't those games used to educate our children? And that's what the lecturer guys were talking about. But we tend to hawk some of these things to ourselves and leave them in the realms of academia. Pedagogy, everybody's like, oh, what's this guy talking about? Break it down. Break it down. Why must A be equal to apple? Why can't it be a simple game? Why must we demonize pidgin English? Pidgin English is simplified English. At some point, the American English was pidgin. Where's our educational system at? When I went to school over 40 years ago, you had to pass math and English. Why English? Pidgin. One of my classmates who got a first class in mathematics doesn't speak pidgin, and so forth. It's not anything new. So we need to recognize these strengths and plug into them. And I have another example. We're talking AI. We're talking generative AI. We're talking large language models. As we are speaking here, those large language models are being trained with the same biases that keep us down. The same biases that have ensured that we are always consuming. We're always begging. The same biases. This in our research, biases in the solutions. So what we do is we go and import problems, and therefore we require imported solutions. Meanwhile, our realities don't go away. So I have another friend who is trying to enrich large language models by fine-tuning them with local expertise, with languages, in the area of pharmaceuticals, in native medicine. They are conversing with the AI relevant content, and so on and so forth. So a lot of you here are going to be or are already innovators. Don't waste your energy innovating in the wrong direction. Look at the problems and innovate in the right direction. Where does Africa need to be? And coming back to education, I met some interesting person who has been an expert in K-12. K-12, I thought it was American, but it's actually primary and far from kindergarten to secondary school. So when you hear K-12, it's not because we don't have 12th grade here. But they've been in K-12. How many edutech solutions do we have for that space? We've talked about teachers. How many do we have in that space? How many do we have in K-Tech? Again, simple solutions that use gamification to teach. There is a lot of activity on TikTok, Instagram, to the point where I'm sometimes accused by my wife that I spend too much time. But I'm very curious, because what I see on TikTok is what I imagine can be on TikTok is more than what I can see. 90% of the content, of course, is unfortunately entertainment. You know, people trying to show you all kinds of things to make you laugh, content creation and all of that. But the propensity of that platform to educate us in the right direction is humongous. The propensity of mobile. Let's come to the technologies. 3 technologies: internet, mobile, software, where you now get into AI and things like that. For internet, I used to, what are we doing about it? Why don't we have mobile devices for primary school children? It's not too fantastic. I'm a technologist. I can tell you that you can make a device for primary school children that is not expensive. It will not be connected to the internet. You can't make calls with it or anything, so it will not be attractive to be stolen. A digital transformation hub. And I particularly like to focus on non-tech businesses, because we have been overtaken by the hype of tech. I must say it. We have been overtaken to the point where we think success is how much seed funding you have raised. That's not success. How much money did you make and return the seed funding? We don't hear that one. It's only seed funding in this area, seed funding. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, as we continue to look for seed funding, it's the advanced scam. More seed funding. Meanwhile, we're not seeing any value. You see, anytime anybody says government, some people have a perspective of a patriarchal government thing, is to make the interconnections between different areas. And I'll give you one example. A business on our platform is looking at getting a grant to run solar-powered tricycles, which is not a new thing. It's going to run solar-powered tricycles in one of the northern towns. And the solar-powered tricycles is not running down. It goes back to that place, changes the battery. Very simple solution. It doesn't pay for the battery. Instead, that ecosystem creates a job for the person who charges the battery. There you can have the solar panels and the connection to power or generator. That same solution can be used to support mobile devices in rural areas for kids, because they can always charge them there. That's a connection. That's a connection. And it's only government that can see this connection, because everybody comes to them. Everybody goes to this to say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Government itself, government is building a road. Do you know how expensive a road is? What we call bite-sized skills, micro-learning, small skills. They get credentialed. They are able to do something. They improve the economy. Because this youth population we are talking about, it's not everybody that's going to get job. First of all, we have written off government. You can't get job there. So you have to create the work. So you have to innovate along those lines. And then, in closing,
please, can we keep celebrating till he gets here? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I hope you are enjoying. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself to you. My name is Erdal Katan. I'm actually a computer engineer. I graduated from computer department. And now today I am here to actually talking about the practical in technology. How can we practice technology in our life? So actually I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation, if we can demonstrate, so we can start. And really the atmosphere is fabulous. Maybe you can clap for yourself. And I can see many young generation here. We people are very lucky so to be here in front of you. So I think they are going to demonstrate the PowerPoint. So actually the digital literacy is very important for our contemporary world. So digital literacy for everybody, just not who is related with computer or any other thing. So we have to improve ourselves with digital literacy in our contemporary world. So I'm waiting for my presentation. If it's ready, so I can start. Before starting, maybe I also want to contribute about something. So our speakers, they talk about artificial intelligence, AI, really is very effective in our world. So we should not deprive our students from these amazing tools like artificial intelligence. Whenever we hear, it looks like very scary, but if you look at the positive way, AI is very, very useful for our students, for everyone. So we should not deprive ourselves that we should not, this is looking very careful, so we should be involved, we should integrate ourselves this technology life. Besides artificial intelligence, actually the topic is metaverse. I cannot see my slideshows, maybe there is some issue. So before the artificial intelligence, the metaverse, actually it's very famous nowadays, but before maybe 2-3 years ago, metaverse, it was very, very famous in all around the world. So today I am here to talk about metaverse. How can we integrate ourselves, this technology tools, this amazing technology through virtual reality. Yes, as you can see on our screen, the topic is metaverse. Actually, I'm here to talking about metaverse. How can we apply the metaverse, or what is the metaverse? First of all, most of us have heard about the metaverse. Actually, if I ask question, all of us can say something about metaverse, and we think that the metaverse is just one. Actually, we have, lastly, I have checked that we have 155 metaverse around the world with different companies they have created for themselves. So what is a metaverse? We can go to next slide show. I would like to talk a little bit detail. The meta mean Greek word is derived from the Greek, and we can say meta mean after or beyond. And verse means universe. If we say metaverse, it means beyond the universe. With this explanation, actually, we can understand this. Something is fictional, which is not related to our world. So metaverse, it means like imagination, like fictional. We can think that something is different from our world. So the metaverse actually, why it became too much popular when the Facebook CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, when changed the name of Facebook as a Meta, as in company Meta. So metaverse became very, very important for other companies, and those companies also, they think we should not be far away about this metaverse, and they have to actually integrate themselves in this technology, and they have actually bought some place in metaverse. Like we can give some example, like Sandbox, Decentraland, those are which is the name of the metaverse. So we have actually, I'm here to just explain two types of reality. As my friend, he talked about AR or VR. AR means augmented reality, VR means virtual reality. Actually, those are, we can actually use very easily, especially augmented reality. If we have specific device with ourselves, like or one house, I can change my environment through augmented reality with specific application. So what is virtual reality? Virtual reality, as I said, it takes us from this place to fictional world. Like we can think, imagine. What you can imagine, you can through headset or any devices you can involve yourself in this specific imagination. Let's suppose I'm thinking here, and we have like 300 people around here, and all of us here physically, but it can be distant. Let's suppose I am from Turkey, one of my friends from United States, another one from Brazil. We can come together through this VR headset or virtual reality. We can come on the table and do our conversation through virtual. Do not, actually the important thing is that we are not wasting our time to come from Brazil, come from UK, from Turkey, and come in same place. And through the headset, we can come on the table and we can make communication like we are now talking with each other. And we are physically here, but in virtual, we can come together, all of us, through headset, and we can do our presentation, we can do our conference. And why I'm here actually to talk about Nigerian Tulip International College when these metaverse and virtual reality became very important. 2021, we had a competition between our all students. Some students from Ogun State, some from Lagos State, Yobe State, Kano, Kaduna. We have schools there, and we created a competition between our students. Actually, the metaverse was a little bit not that much famous 2021. We were hearing, but we were wondering what is the metaverse, and we did a competition among our students. We saw that our students, young generation, is ready to involve in technology. Like metaverse is very high technology for our students, but we see that this is the competition result. We can see some of our students, the imagination, and another the result from our different schools. What they have created, this is their imagination through the virtual reality, what they can create. And this time we did not have the actually very famous like VR headset. After that, we recognized that these things, this tool is very important for our students, and we have got a VR headset in our school. So if we move the next slideshow, we can see actually this is one of the meeting we did with our teachers through virtual reality. This is actually I am on the board virtually, but normally I was sitting on the desk. What my teachers are seeing, I was on the board and I was trying to explain my, actually I want to convey my agendas to teachers. And we can see 13 participants of our teachers, they joined my meeting through virtual. And we can see the topic is Design NTIC web page. And through the virtual reality, we come together and we discuss this amazing opportunity we use very effectively. So we can move the next slide shows. This is one of my view. How can I see my teachers? I can see in the virtual as they are on the TV. And whenever they want to ask me a question, they can ask very easily. So next slide show. Actually, this is short video in our school. What students are, if possible, can we make it play? Like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, I think. I think it's okay if it's not working, so we can go to next slide show. We can move, no problem. Already the end of the presentation, we have 2-3 video, so we can demonstrate. We can move next slide show. It's okay. Those are out of this one in our school we have innovative technology hub. In innovative, what we are doing, actually we have seen that we have many intelligent students in Africa, so we have to help them. They need help, and that's why we are trying to create the opportunity for them. We have actually in our innovative center a coding club. Like coding club, what we are going to teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Python languages we are providing as a club. Students are coming and they are joining our clubs. Besides this one, we have a VR club, VR lab too. Totally we have 24 VR headsets, and students really they are enjoying. They want to join, they want to participate, they want to move from this world to fictional world. So this is very important for them, and those generation is young generation is ready. They are a little bit to move another place, a higher technology. They want this technology in their life. Besides this one, we have a robotic club. Like we have created many robots with our students, with different students. This is also as a club we are providing for all students. And besides this one, this technology hub open for all schools. whenever school they want to join, they can come to their practice. Even now, I'm end of the slideshow, I'm going to show the picture. So we can go to next slideshow. This is some of our guests. They visited our school, so we try to actually do practice with them, and we can move next slideshow. This is, as I mentioned, about robots, and our students are created some different robots, which is working with sensors. Let's suppose the left side, we can see the detector sensor is recognizing color. According to colors, the robot going to pick the object and put it the exact place. So this is really very useful in our world too. It's helping them logically, and they push them to critical thinking as well. How to solve the issue, how to, with codings, how can I move forward? What is the next step? So we can see one other sensor. We have the created smart house with our students with different sensors. Let's suppose different sensor we have, like light sensor, like pressure sensor, with measurement. Let's suppose the level of the water. If reached almost the full, let's drop the water on the gross. With one of the smart house, the light or door, everything is automatically. Next slideshow, we can go. Those students, they are enjoyed with VR Club, and this is the last slideshow. Thank you so much, but we have a short video, if possible. If we can open this short video, it will be very good for us. Like 2 minutes.
It's an improvement for NTIC.
We got a special feeling to show you how the world is developing and NTIC is not being left behind.
Watch through this screen. Now, on my right side, I can see all of you, and opposite of me, I can see Mr. Rufai.
Thank you so much for...
Thank you so much, Mr. Edo Katan. Please, let's give it up for him once again. So we've been talking about how technology can advance the educational sector, and Mr. Kadol just talked about the tools that we can actually use, the tech tools we can actually use to advance this in Africa, to advance education in Africa. And I'm also pleased to let you know that these tools that he talked about, the equipment, they are currently available outside. So if you'd want to speak to him, you can go outside to this stand to maybe get one for your institution or for yourself. Once again, please let us appreciate Mr. Edo Kata for that wonderful presentation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we head over to more intriguing sections, I'm excited to let you know that we are moving over to the pitch section. The pitch section, and please, can we put our hands together for our organizers who have decided to set this up, because we're not just here to talk, we're also here to empower. So I will be inviting the people who will be pitching their ideas. So please, if you hear your name, please make it to the stage. Elochukwu Anakwe. Elochukwu Anakwe, please come to the stage. We also have Abubakar Sani. Joshua Emeka Osu. Udome Bong Essien. Sumaya Olopoinia. Jonathan Ona. Please, where is everybody? Are we expecting more people? All right. So just before we go ahead, I will be telling us about the rules. Is this everybody? Okay, amazing. So, can you come this way? Everyone, we need everyone to see you. All right. These are the rules. First, we have a virtual judge joining us, who you may not know about. So she's joining us and she'll be listening to all your pitches. But our speakers here are also going to be serving as judges, right? And these are the criteria that you need to take note of. We are looking at your ideas from 4 different areas. Please make sure that your ideas check these 4 different areas that I'm going to talk about now. First is the credibility of the idea. Is the credibility of the idea. Is it unique to you? It's not a copy of someone else's idea. So that credibility of the idea. Number 2 is the viability of the idea. Will it work? Number 3 is the relevance of the idea, especially peculiar to Nigeria and to Africa. So we don't bring any idea that will not work in Nigeria and that will not work in Africa. Then 4 is the scalability of that idea. Is it scalable? Is this something that within the next few years it can move from one point to another? And for each of these 4 criteria that I just mentioned, the judges will be evaluating from a scale of 1 to 5. And this is for our judges on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. So based on their pitches, anyone you feel that matches scalability on a scale of 1 to 5, you give a number for it. Same with scalability, credibility, viability, and relevance. Do we understand? Any question? Any question? I'll announce that. Any question? Are we good to go? Okay. You can use the mic. Okay, IT, please, there are slides. I hope it will be displayed. Right. But I think I want to pitch as well. Because after hearing the cash prizes and everything, I think this my business idea will revolutionize Africa. Please, can I join them, sir? It will change your life. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so this is how we are going to do it. It starts with your name, go straight to your pitch. You have 3 minutes. I believe someone is timing us from there. 3 minutes, so start from there. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Elochukwu Anakwe. 3 out of every 4 Nigerian pupils, and our continuous strikes. We also have learning apathy with our children in the classrooms. Now, we have a situation in the country whereby education has gone down lower the ladder of priority in families today, no thanks to the harsh economic times we live in. People or parents and families are beginning to choose between quality education and survival. So if education is supposed to be a tool with which societies are being sustained in the future, we need to do something about our education system today. So I present to you a solution which we've been working on. It's Flexi Learners. Flexi Learners is an EdTech quality education for kids between 2 to 11 years. We have a website and an application for a mobile application that's coming up very soon. We know today that children are most influenced when they are before the screens. When they watch TVs, they watch cartoons, they learn a lot of things, both good and bad. Why not we use the electronic media to get these children to learn those things that they would be forced to learn or that they would learn in the classrooms using very boring techniques? So the market opportunity for this program is actually very wide because in 4 years to come, it's been projected that the online learning platforms would be yielding up to $297 million by 2029. So this is a very large opportunity for us to scale and to hit the market running. Our business model is the B2C, the B2B, and the franchise. Because we look forward to being able to provide this services to people or families or places that are disadvantaged. In Nigeria, we don't have electricity everywhere or access to digital devices or even the internet. So when we, in the future, we intend to franchise our products, our services to people who can be able to get this across to us.
You say your name is Kelechi, right? Please introduce your name again so that...
Eluchukwu Anakwe.
Thank you so much. Please, let's put it up for her.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I am the founder and creative director at Diction Masters. Growing up, I had a passion for public speaking. While at it, I never knew there was a thriving industry in the educational system. This industry is called the diction industry. Schools in Nigeria pay hundreds of thousands of naira, even millions, to companies or instructors who will come to the school to train their teachers and pupils on how to speak right. I joined the industry, I was a diction instructor, and there was a constant complaint by schools. There was not enough time for these diction instructors to train the pupils or train the teachers. Because for a language like English and other Nigerian languages, in order for you to learn, you have to constantly listen to lessons and audiovisual content. So I saw a solution there, and we designed the Diction Masters. Please, back. Next.
Hold on, please.
So this is what Diction Masters is all about. This year in June, we were selected as the most innovative solution for enhancing literacy by the...
Okay, please, hello, please, hold on. Please, I want to hear from one person, what's the problem? Okay, the slides are the problem. Okay, so I just heard that slides are not allowed. So you have to take again without your slides. Hello, one house, please.
Sorry, we were asked to send our slides specifically via email, and we did send our slides. So you can't say there are no slides for the...
Okay, just a minute, please.
Nigeria. We're not pitching without slides. One voice.
All right, hello. You must respond to me. Hello. I just smile now. Why are you vexing? Don't worry. So the instruction I got from the organizers is that yes, you were told to send your slides, but you were also told that you won't be presenting with the slides. Hold on. But I believe even if you have the slide and this business idea, you know it, with or without slides, you can sell your business idea. If you believe in that, with or without slides, you can definitely sell that business idea. You're the one that created your slides. So everyone has to be judged on the same criteria. So you're going to go again.
There are numbers.
Without your slides.
There are numbers, the business model and numbers, projection,
Do you
figures.
need us to give you, do you need me, what I can do now? Maybe you were so dependent on your slide because of the communication. So what I may be able to do for you now is every other person can continue. Then if you need to remember some of the numbers that were on your slides.
That's not a problem. It's for the sake of the audience.
It's for the sake of the audience, but you're good, right? You're good. All right, so he said he's good. So we are going to go again, please, without slides for everyone. Thank you so much. So please. Sorry, I can't hear anyone, and please, we have to go ahead. We have to go ahead, so please. Hello. They are the ones speaking now. Why are you fighting on their behalf? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to listen to one person. What's the problem? All right. Okay, I have found my own solution to this problem. Should I tell you my own solution? They are talking about their solution. See my own solution. So I'm pitching my solution to you now. The time remains 3 minutes, right? If you want to use your slide, no problem. If you don't want to use your slide, no problem. Bobby, clap for my solution. Thank you. So if you don't want to use your slide, but know that the 3 minutes is the 3 minutes. Do you have her slide? Please, we are going to start all over because of this. Do you have her slide? You gave them your slide, right? Are you happy with me now? Thank you. So please. All right, so you will go again. If they are still looking for your slide, whose slide is this? You, right? So you go again once they find your slide. So you start. So please, 3 minutes remains 3 minutes. Start. Go.
Good morning all. My name is Jonathan. I am the founder and creative director at Addiction Masters. Growing up, I had a passion for public speaking. While at it, I never knew there was a thriving industry in the educational system. Like I said earlier, schools were paying a lot of money to diction industries and instructors to come and train their pupils. But I realized that schools kept complaining about the fact that there's a shortage of diction instructors, and the low-earning schools could not pay for these services. As a diction instructor, I want to have as many schools as possible so I can give 1 day or 2 days to a school. And that's why we created the Diction Masters platform. It's a combination of a mobile app for teacher training to equip the classroom teacher to run diction rather than depending on external instructors, and also for the children to do out-of-class learning. A child can literally read into the Diction Masters app, and a professional at the other end can hear what the child has read, and we can correct them. We have books that correspond with the actual content on the app. The desktop app is used in the classroom and projected. Audiovisual lessons are projected that correspond to the workbooks. Now, this solution is offline. For schools that have internet, they can download the lessons. For schools that don't have internet, we can send them the videos offline on a memory card or a flash drive, and they can copy the videos into their devices. The videos are encrypted, which means they cannot use the content without the app. Next slide. This is basically how it looks. This is a normal Diction Masters class section. Next slide. Yes, so these are screenshots of the mobile app. Next slide. This is our model. It's a subscription-based model. A child pays 1,000 Naira per term to access the app in class and out of class, and the books cost 2,000 Naira, and there you can see our termly packages and yearly packages. Next slide. So we have 55,000 schools in Nigeria. 10% of this number is 5,500. We hope to achieve a value of 660 million with the lowest package, which is 40,000 Naira, by 5,500 schools. The in-child access to the app, 1,000 Naira by 50 children per each of the 5,500 schools will give us 275,000 students, which equals 275 million Naira per term. A session by that, which is 3 terms, will give 825 million Naira. If we add the per child, in addition to the school subscription, we get a value of 1.485 billion Naira per term. Next slide. So our method of marketing is just agency. We have over 150 agents across the nation right now. We have digital marketing, direct sales. Currently we have partnership with NAPS, National Association of Private Proprietors. We have schools with them. And before the end of 2025, we hope to take our school numbers to 5,500. Competitive advantage, Diction Masters is the only app in Nigeria and in Africa that runs Diction in addition to Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba currently. Thank you so much.
Please, still hold the mic. Just for emphasis sake, please tell us your name and the name of your product.
My name is Jonathan. The name of my product is Diction Masters.
Did you, Jonathan, Diction Masters? That is Jonathan, and he pitched Diction Masters. Please, let's put it up for him. All right. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I hope you're... All right, who is next? Kelechi, are you ready? Yeah, you can go. Whose slide is ready? Him. All right. Who has next gen class? Are you the one?
Yes.
All right. So please, your name, the name of your product, and there we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Udema Boyensen, and I'm pitching for next gen class. Next gen class. So I want us to picture Zara. Zara is a 12-year-old girl living in Utukbo, Nigeria, and she doesn't have access to learning facilities because of her geography and because of poor learning amenities. Now, this is the same story for millions of children out there like Zara. And UNESCO has said we have over 244 million children who are out of school. Now, the easiest solution would have been to give Zara a one-on-one tutor for 50,000 naira every month, but we both can agree that that is not economically practicable. And that is the problem we are here to solve. So we are proposing a solution to have Zara learn in an immersive, interactive environment with the aid of virtual classroom, virtual reality, and artificial intelligence classroom. Now we have it that we have the e-learning market will be hitting 255 billion by 2027. And Nigeria will have the youngest population, one of the youngest population of over 60% below the age of 25. And there is 80% smartphone penetration globally. And that gives us the morale to be able to build and deploy this technology. So you can give Zara with a smartphone and a virtual reality lenses an opportunity to be able to have an immersive learning back there in a village in Utukbo. And we are going to be doing this by partnering with the government to build mini digital labs in underdeserving regions where we can be powering those labs with solar systems. Solar systems that will give room for us to plant in the virtual reality systems. And we'll be partnering with the telcos to give us cheap data plans where we can be able to give room for these young kids to learn. Now, this project is going to be helping Zara and the millions of Zaras out there to be able to compete with the world out there. Because Zara is going to be able to contest because technology actually democratizes education. So the child of the rich and the child in Utukbo can be able to have the same level of education, where Zara can actually stand shoulder to shoulder with her peers and actually learn and enjoy the same benefits that the children of the rich are also enjoying. I'll be marketing this by partnering with the schools, partnering with the government. I'll be using traditional marketing because we are marketing to remote areas. And we'll also, our unique selling point in this case is that we are going to be combining blended learning, which will be online and offline.
Please, once again, your name and the name of your product.
Udeme next gen class.
Sorry?
Udeme Obong Esen next gen class.
Udeme Ebong next gen class. Thank you so much. Whose slide is ready? Ma? Zion Robotics. Who is Zion Robotics? Okay. So Zion, your name, the name of your product, and 3 minutes.
Just 1 minute. Okay.
Your time starts now.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Joshua, and I'm from Zion Robotics. So if you studied engineering or technology or science in Nigeria, there's one problem we all face, which is that our lectures were filled with so much theory and calculations and very little practicals. If that's true for you, can you put up your hands? Yeah, of course. Yeah, so of course we can blame our lecturers and say, okay, that our lecturers do not have the right technical and practical skills, or that there's poor funding for education. Or we can even say that the robotics kits, the equipment, everything we use for science and technology education is usually expensive or difficult to use. But the larger problem is that for Africa, as the rest of the world rushes towards a future that's filled with robotics and AI, we may actually carry last in this race. To solve these problems, we have come up with a number of solutions. First off, we have robotics kits like this. We sell them for about 100,000 naira. They are priced at least 30% of what our competitors overseas charge. They are very affordable and they are easy to use. We also create software like Diamond. So with this game, it's basically a game, and as you play this game, you learn how to code. The next one. We started a program called Educators Fellowship. So we get educators in universities, secondary schools, primary schools. We teach them robotics and coding. We also teach them business skills. We also support them with robotics kits like this. In the current batch, there are about 38 educators from within and outside Nigeria. Next. So of course, we've deployed our solutions to the classroom. Now, the market we are in grows at about 20% year over year. In Nigeria alone, it's a 65 billion naira a year business. Now, we make money from the sales of our robotics kits and also from our training programs. We get our customers through digital marketing and social media, and of course, from referrals from satisfied customers. Yeah, unlike our competitors, we have the manufacturing advantage, so we can control the product and user experience. And we also invest heavily in the development of educators. Next, please. Yeah, so we've generated some income. Combined, we have gotten over 6 million from our efforts in education and consulting. We've also earned over $6,000 in grants. And with that, we have set up a smart manufacturing facility where we make our products. I'm lucky to be part of this wonderful team of engineers and STEM educators. And one good thing is that every single person on our team has actually taught in the classroom. In the next 12 months, we're looking at moving the number of our educators from the 30-something they are right now to 200. These 200 educators would reach 2,000 students and will also sell 1,000 robotics kits. That will bring our joint revenue in the next 12 months to 120 million naira. Of course. And by the way, this guy has to...
Please, once again, your name and your product.
Yeah, so my name is Joshua Emeka Osu, and the product is Zion Robotics.
Vertebra.
Good day, everyone. I'm Victory from Tribe Square, and I'm excited to introduce you to Vertebrae. In the traditional mode of remote learning, organizations have come across fragmented experience with learners scattered across various platforms. What this means is that in normal remote learning, we have issues where learners, they are either using LMS tools to learn, then they have to use things like Google Meet, Zoom for meetings, they have to use Slack for assignments, they have to use various platforms that are working in isolation, and this can be tiring. It can also be tiring in the sense that these platforms have to be paid for. So this is where Vertebrae comes in. Our platform addresses these challenges by bringing a unified all-in-one solution, in the sense that with Vertebrae, organizations can organize training programs and also upload their courses online. They can track the progress of each learner and also get meaningful insights onto how these learners behave. Because sometimes a student might be performing poorly, you cannot get analytics on it, but with Vertebrae, you can have all these features inside one platform. Vertebrae brings about a solution also in the sense that organizations, they cannot, the payments for some of these platforms that are working in isolation are too much for them because they're working with a large crowd. So with Vertebrae, you just have to pay for one app because why? It's bringing an all-in-one solution. You can have classes there, you can have virtual classes, you can send real-time feedback to your students, and this is promoting EduTech in Africa and Nigeria. Vertebrae also offers a business plan in the sense that when you install Vertebrae, or when an organization uses Vertebrae, they get to enjoy 30 days free trial before they can pay for it. So the pricing and everything is good for African users. You don't have to pay for several subscriptions on different platforms like
Time
Google
up.
Meet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, once again, your name and the name of your product.
Victory Vertebrae.
Victory Vertebrae.
Vertebrae is the product.
Okay, thank you. Who is ready? What slide is ready? Nsigeto. Easy Edu.
Hello everyone, my name is Maya.
Your 3 minutes starts now.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Sumaya and my product is Abuja Edutech. So as someone that has gone through the Nigerian educational system, I can say that most Nigerian students are rarely taught how to learn. As a matter of fact, most students are taught to memorize and replicate whatever the teachers give them. As a result, this limits true understanding. So now the problem arises when said student moves on to their university education and they struggle to adapt due to the fact that they now have to figure things out on their own with limited to no guidance. Now this is where Abuja Edutech comes in. So the solution we provide first involves the fact that they have to take a test to identify what learning method best suits each individual, which are the students. So these learning methods are integrated into our learning platforms created to help the students. And this creates a personalized learning experience that goes beyond the one-size-fits-all educational model. And as for the market opportunity, the African e-learning market was valued at $2.86 billion in 2023. To 38% of that value, giving us 1.9 billion. Now we also have 264 universities in Nigeria, and Abuja Edutech is poised to capture 2 to 5% of that market, generating $21.8 million to $54.5 million. Then for our business model, we have subscription platform subscription payments with the lowest being 155 naira. Monthly is 6,000 naira and the yearly is 68,000 naira with 5% discount applied. Then for marketing strategies, we have mostly focused on social media platforms, collaborating with popular students, influencers, and collaborating with universities and affiliate marketing. Our unique value proposition is the fact that we are including learning, include active recall. So active recall is when students regularly test the knowledge that they know. Spaced repetition is testing the knowledge over a spaced out period of time. And Pomodoro is breaking down your study time into focused time intervals. These learning methods are integrated into learning platforms such as EduLaw, EduMed, and Edu Accounting. Thank you. So the platform is Abuja Edutech.
Time up. Okay, product and name.
Abuja Edutech, Sumaya Olukminyo. Thank you.
Maya. Sumaya. Whose slide is ready? As you're waiting for the next slide, after the pitches, the judges will be given a few minutes to ask questions to any of the pitch contestants. Whose slide is ready? We've had 5 people pitch their ideas. Are we ready? We have Jonathan who pitched diction. My slates, all right. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. So I introduce you to my slates. Okay, so back in 2015, JAM mandated students to start writing the JAM using the CBT system. And after the results were released, there was a massive panic because of the unfortunate high failure rate. So many fingers were pointing, blame games started, some blaming the government, some blaming JAM, some are even blaming technology, some blaming students, some blaming parents. But 10 years down the line, the average failure rate remains at 80%, which is huge still. Unfortunately, as you can see, we are still not there yet. So when we did our research, we realized that we can sum everything into just one single phrase, that students lack real-time feedback and the adequate support they need. And as a university lecturer, I experienced this shortfall firsthand, where we struggle to teach students some advanced concepts because they do not have solid background in their secondary school. So how do we solve this issue? Enters my slides. Imagine you have a student called Mark, and he's trying to study his class, very hardworking student, trying his best to understand the lessons, but then he doesn't have enough support. My slides is here to help with our AI-powered tutor, as well as all other. Can you go to the next slides? Okay, yeah, as well as our bite-sized lessons, which the student can access, okay, as well as having the practice test. And I would like to mention that the bite-sized lessons are available in all our 3 major languages in Nigeria, Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, as well as Pidgin English. Our main idea is to make sure students really grasp the concept so that when they come to the university, you won't have to struggle. We have the practice test that provide real-time feedback, as well as the AI that is there to support the students at every given time, any time of the day. We roll out our product, did some beta testing, and there has been over 90% satisfaction rate reported by the students who have tested our solution. So far, we are trying to see how we can be able to go to the market, and we have started deploying our marketing strategies. Okay, thank you. My name, right?
Your name and your product.
Okay, my name is Dr. Abubakar Sana Ali, and Abubakar Sana Ali. Okay, and the product is called My Slates. Thank you.
Hello, Chico.
I was not, but my partner was there. You met them, right? Yeah, I remember seeing something like that. Yeah, in the alumnus group, right? Yeah, I saw it.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elochukwu Anakwe. I'm the founding director and CEO of Flexi Learners by the Becomers Royal Academy. 3 out of every 4 Nigerian pupils aged 7 to 14 are unable to read. No thanks to our old-fashioned curriculum, our unmotivated teachers, incessant strikes, lack of creativity in teaching, learning apathy in children. Now, it will be pleasing to tell you that today in Nigeria, education, or the choice of quality education, has gone down below the ladder of priority in families today because of the harsh economic crisis we have in the country today. Parents have to choose between survival and quality education for their children. Next slide. So today I'm presenting to you Flexi Learners, which is a revolutionary edtech solution by the Becomers Royal Academy, which provides affordable access to quality education for kids aged between 2 to 11 years. We have a website running and a mobile app in production. Next slide. So today we know that the media or the electronic media is the most effective way kids are being influenced today, both positively and negatively. And we intend to use that media to instead teach children what they need to know academically. And it's projected to see that in the next 4 or 5 years, by 2029, the growth rate of e-media, of online learning, will be up to 207 million naira by that time. So it's a very large market that we have to come and take over. Next slide, please. So our business model is B2C method, the B2B method, and we intend to franchise. The B2C is such that we provide services to our children directly when they pay and get access to our learning online. The B2B is in two forms. Either we work with the schools who intend to customize their learning content for them, or we also have to deal with And we also have to deal with people who provide tech solutions for our children, who provide tools, laptops, and iPads for the families able to purchase it according to a very flexible payment structure. We have the subscription method as well, where children have to pay every month, 6K every month, to be able to get our learning online every month. Next slide, please. We intend to make our services known to people using the digital marketing providing services, the billboard advertising, and then influencer marketing as well. Next slide. Our USP is quite broad. We intend to use AI and live videos to project, prepare videos for every lesson for every child. And we have our lessons as well in Nigerian languages like Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, English, Pidgin, and currently in French. We also have up to 8 subjects running per month for every child, so you can be able to access learning for 8 core subjects every month. The flexible learning schedule that we have online, and we have pre-class vocabulary skills, we have weekly assessments, and so on. Next 2 slides, please.
Time up.
Thank you.
Once again, your name and the name of your product.
Elochukwu Anakwe, Flexi Learners by the Becomers Royal Academy. Flexi Learners by the Becomers Royal Academy.
Please, let's put it up for all our pitch contestants. All right, so in the next few minutes, we're going to ask them some questions, and these questions will be asked by our judges. So I want to confirm, do we have any questions based on the pitches that were, okay, thank you, sir. So please, all the pitch contestants, no, you can just stand. You can stand wherever you are. Usher, please, can you come? Can an usher come, please? All right, sir, you can tell us who you're asking the question to.
Diction Masters, I think Jonathan. You didn't tell us how many institutions are presently using your product.
All right, sorry about that, sir.
How many schools are presently using your product?
We have over 400 schools.
Presently using your product, signed up and using
actively using the product.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Then the next question is for Zion Robotics. You manufacture these kits and sell them.
Yes.
How with inflation and the present economy of things, you're not selling a virtual product, you're selling physical products. Yes. So how are you going to deal with inflation as prices continue to increase and maybe pricing power does not increase as well?
Yeah, of course. First of all, we have adjusted our prices because as the Naira has dropped, the cost of our production has increased. But that's not really a problem, because one thing we do, like with the educators program, is that for the educators that come to our program, we give them at something close to cost price, and then as they train and make money, then they cover the rest of the cost. So that's like a cushion for them.
All right, wonderful. Then to Easy Edutech, you suggested 3 methods of, Easy Edutech is not here. Okay. I think the other question we had was...
She's here.
Okay. All right, while she's coming down, I had a question for my slate too. How many people are presently using your product as it is? How many schools are using your product based on your subscription model?
Okay, so we have not launched officially. We just did the beta testing. We are hoping to launch in November.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Then for Easy Edutech, you mentioned these 3 methods of learning: the active recall, Pomodoro, and spaced repetition.
Yes, sir.
Are these the only ones your system works on? Is this familiar among schools? Tell us a little bit about this method, and the students really use them.
Okay, yes, these are the most popular methods, and they are the tested ones so far. We are looking to include others. And as for schools, it's mostly students that usually do this individually, but they are tested and be applied by schools.
All right, thank you very much. So, thank you all.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Do we have further questions from any members of our judges? All right, thank you. And congratulations in advance to everyone who pitched their business here today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together once again for our judges and also for our pitch contestants. The team is currently collecting the results, and the results of the speeches will be announced towards the end of this event today. So ladies and gentlemen, really simple. I can see some of us are tired, some of us have been yawning, but let's do something very simple, and it's something that would actively engage each and every one of us here. So please, can we rise on our feet? Can we rise on our feet? Turn to your neighbor and give your neighbor a high. Okay, you're stretching and your stretch finish. Wow. Okay, no, that's not the one we are doing, but no problem. But look at your neighbor and give your neighbor a high five. Is that how you do high five? I didn't say shake your neighbor, I said give your neighbor a high five. Imagine that both of you just won $5 million. How would you congratulate? That is not given. It is not given. Is this how you celebrate? So we are going to do that again. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, you and the person next to you have just been awarded with a sum of $5 million. How would you congratulate? Don't worry, I'll be coming to your dreams later tonight to give you the money. All right, so what we are going to do is very simple. It's something that that I believe in, and I'm sure you believe in too, and that's the power of our words. Right? We are here at the Startup Abuja Edutech conference, and we are going to be saying some words of affirmations, right? Especially in the Edutech space. So what I want you to do, please bring out your phone, because you're going to be recording this. Bring out your phone and turn on the camera. The selfie camera. You can choose to do it with someone next to you, or you can choose to do it alone. And please, all you have to do is to repeat after me, but don't just say the words, say it with conviction. Say them with conviction. Are we ready? Are we ready? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. You know, you must say it with a smile. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. So I'll say the words, you record yourself saying them, but you're saying them with so much confidence and purpose. Are we ready? 1, 2. I am open to new ideas and ready to embrace innovative solutions for a brighter future in education. Okay, don't worry. I am ready to embrace innovative solutions in education. That one too long too. I am a catalyst for change. I am capable of creating. So we are going to start from the beginning. So please, you can delete that video. Let's start again. We must say these affirmations. Are we ready? I am a catalyst for change. I am capable of creating impact and inspiring others. I am committed to transforming learning for the better. I am here to learn, grow, and connect. I'm resilient and driven to making education accessible for all. The knowledge I gain here, I will act on them. I am confident in my ability to turn challenges into opportunities. I am a lifelong learner, ready to inspire and be inspired. Now this last one, you're going to say it with so much conviction. I believe in the power of education to change lives, and I'm part of that change. Do you believe that? Amazing. Please put your hands together for yourself as you sit. No, that's not how you congratulate yourself. You need to know you're special. Please put your hands together as you take your seat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a good exercise, and we are going to continue our activities. And we've been talking about education and how we can advance education, through technology. And I'm sure that every one of us here will agree that the tertiary institution is a major player in our educational sector. And if we are truly talking about advancing this sector, technology is non-negotiable for the tertiary institutions. And it means that technology at this level must be truly enhanced and must be truly optimized. So ladies and gentlemen, it is on this note that I'm truly excited to welcome our next speaker to the stage. He is a distinguished academic, a university administrator and entrepreneur with an impressive background in economic history and development studies. With over 85 publications to his name, our next speaker's insights will be invaluable as we navigate the complexities of implementing technology in the university systems. Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together as I welcome to the stage the Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian University is Professor Yakubu Ochefu. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I am excited to be in this audience today. And my presentation will be in two parts. I will give you a bit of background and history. Remember, she introduced you as a professor of economic history. And it's important that we contextualize this history for us to understand some of the challenges and where we are today. And then the next part will be taken by somebody who will discuss some of the opportunities that are available within the university space. I was fortunate, first of all, for purposes of full disclosure, I'm 64 years old. That means I was born before the computer, as it were. So I'm a certified BBC. But I was fortunate that I saw the future and adopted information technologies very early. The first university to do online registration and online school fees payment. Those of you who are old enough to remember, these were the good old days of scratch cards. And after University of Benin, Ambrose Ali University Ekpoma was the second. So I went from Makurdi to Benin to go and understudy what Uniben had done, and then teamed up with a technology company called SocketWorks to deliver that solution at the Benue State University. And part of the challenge was that we're in some cases violently resistant to this new technology. And literally, we had to drag them fighting. Your students don't need to come to any office to register their courses online. They don't need to come to any office to pay their school fees. They don't need to go to any office to check their results. And when you try to explain to the administrators that students don't need to come to any office to register, they will ask you, but if the students don't come, how are we going to see them? And I'm like, what do you want to see them for? You know? And then they will scratch their head and look at each other and laugh. And it's, aha, that 5 naira, I don't like it. Cut a long story short, I finished my term as Deputy Vice Chancellor. My boss finished his term as Vice Chancellor. The next VC who came after us, within 6 months, scrapped the entire program. And so, we lost, that Benue State University lost that advantage. Other universities who saw the future were coming to learn from us, while we that started lost it because qualities to do teaching, research, help our students to learn. It's important that we all understand, as we profess solutions, especially for some of the solutions that I'm picking up today, it's important for us to understand that within our academic system and the structure that was not technology friendly for a very long time, pivoting to become adopters of technology was not going to be a walk in the park. It's still not going to be a walk in the park, and many of us are struggling because the generation of professors who are teaching and doing research and leading research teams are struggling to understand and use the tools that are now available, treat it with a lot of suspicion. And so we've had three major technologies that has impacted the university system, the way we teach, the way we do research. And each time these technologies come, we academics and administrators are the first to fight it because we don't understand it. The first was the internet. This internet thing that you are seeing that is all over the whole place now. When it first came, we thought our jobs were going to be threatened. And we didn't like it at all. Some universities, not even in Nigeria, in other parts of the world, took out policy documents that said students should not go to the internet to get any materials. It took some forward-looking ones to say, look, the students are already there. So if we don't go and meet them there, they will leave you behind. Now, internet is like commonplace to us. The next major attack was these online courses, massive open online courses, MOOCs. I remember in a conference in 2013 in Doha, academics from all over the world gathered in a big conference center and were debating the impact of MOOCs. And again, the same feeling that MOOCs was coming to take away our jobs and drive us out of our making place. It took the advice of the Vice Chancellor of University of Oxford to calm our nerves and said, look guys, we are at the University of Oxford. We have been there for 900 years. We have seen everything all. We've seen the First World War, we've seen the Second World War, we've seen the bubonic plague, we've seen the Napoleonic Wars. We've seen the world change. And what we have learned is that you change with the world. And so we academics should not be afraid. MOOCs will be another value add to the way we teach, the way we do research. And today, the lecturers themselves, many of them are benefiting from teaching online courses and making money by teaching in several universities, and so many students that I taught. So it's certainly not the type of number that was coming up. So it blew a light fuse in my head that this is the direction in which the higher education and its role in technology is going. The third major thing that has hit us is now artificial intelligence. And the debate has been raging violently amongst us academics. Artificial intelligence has come to kill the way we teach and do research. Students don't need to come to the class anymore. They can go to ChatGPT and get what they want. And so we are back to the adopters. The early adopters will always be there, who are already in the room before you came. And of course, the people who are in the room before you came are going to run rings. So he's more comfortable with the chalk. And that when the dust from the chalk enters his nose and he sneezes, his brain turns around. So he wasn't going to go. He wanted to go back to that class where they had the good old blackboard and duster, because that makes him in changing our curriculum. As an undergraduate student at the University of Calabar in 1978, it was only 10 years ago that we changed them. And by that time, everybody else had moved on. And it took us 7 years of fierce and vicious debates. And the debates are still raging, that there are some people who don't believe that the new curriculum that we have adopted before you, in terms of developing solution and products, taking advantage of some of the policy issues that we are doing. I'm working with some great Nigerians to build solutions and platforms that will enable anybody to produce products that will find is bearing within the higher education space. Because the way it works is that if your solution is good, if your product is good, it will get traction. If you market it properly and people find value in what you are doing, it will get traction. But it is important for us to understand some of these bolts and nuts that are within the system. What is it that the system needs? You've gone to university, you've gone to college education, you've gone to secondary school and primary school. What was it about that educational system that you did not like? That is important, that we can tweak to achieve greater results, because all we want is value addition for the Nigerian higher educational system. And if you are able to provide that value addition, and we come and sit down together in a room to discuss the bigger ecosystem picture, then we can make progress. So at this point, let me invite Mr. Felix to come and talk a bit about the opportunities that are available within that system. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. How are we feeling? Good? Did we enjoy that talk? Yeah? Can we give a round of applause to Professor? Look at that. Thank you so much. So my name is Felix. I am a founder, startup founder. I've built companies and organizations in the student entrepreneurship space, and now I'm working in the travel tech space. So I just want to tie in a little bit the opportunities of technology in education to the startup industry, right? Because we've seen some amazing entrepreneurs come and pitch their companies here, and there's a lot of opportunity in the edtech space, as we have seen. So I just really want to stress the point that we are living in a golden age. With AI and the internet, we have access to global education and knowledge at a scale that we've never seen before. And with AI, that knowledge is not only accessible, but it is personalized, and it can speak any language that we're looking for. So it's a tool, just like education, that we have to take advantage of. It can open doors for opportunities globally, right? For startup and entrepreneurship, I believe, as a former student entrepreneur myself, the university is a fantastic place to build companies, because you have access to thousands of potential customers. You can build tools very quickly using these new AI technologies, and you can test very, very quickly as well, because you have access to students right in front of you, right? So these are some of the student entrepreneurs and the universities themselves coming together to enable this startup activity to happen. The tools are there. The tools are accessible. What we need are incredible, smart students who are already there. There's so much talent in the university ecosystem. We need them to come together to start to ideate and look at, okay, we have access to these technologies. What can we do with them? It's extremely important for us to be competitive on that global landscape. Because let's face it, once you get your degree, finding jobs are hard, right? It's difficult to find jobs right now. And it's not just a Nigeria problem, it's a global problem. There's a shortage of jobs. So what that means is smart, talented people have to look at how you can leverage technology to be out there, they're accessible, but AI, okay. Who is an entrepreneur?